Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime, brought to you by your hosts Steve and Colin, and no sponsors.
No,
Generally, when you,
except us.
uh,
We're our own sponsors.
I mean, are we? Can we
I don't
be
know.
our own
We're here.
sponsors?
We're here.
We,
I feel like that is the support that we require.
the support that you require. Yeah,
Yep, us to be here. It's all good.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, we're here. We're talking about Steins Gate again. Last
We are.
last two episodes of the season. The penultimate episodes,
Yep.
or
Penultimate episode and the ultimate. We've done this whole thing before where we are not going to go down that rabbit hole of what they are called up until then. I wish I could remember which episode that was. Someone may one day tell me, but we will find out another day.
I think that might have been
Um.
So
So
on Endless 8, it was probably the Endless 8s.
it may have been Endless 8.
Yeah.
That did feel endless.
Yeah. Well,
So
certainly
episodes 23 and 24, the, as you said, penultimate and ultimate episodes of the season.
Yep.
What is the name of the 23rd episode, Colin?
I'm bringing up my phone, and we're going to have a wee look. Good favorite idiot, God's favorite idiot. What's that?
Wait, what? No, that can't be right.
No, it's not. It's not that. Oh, that's not the actual. That's just a show.
That's not this at all.
That's a show that disappeared on the Netflix.
Okay.
Open the Steins Gate.
Yep. Okay, we're still in sync. This is amazing.
We're all in sync. So
yeah, we've achieved it.
Yeah. So now we covered
kick us off.
the episode's name. I'm trying to force a random tangent here, but obviously I can't. So anyway,
just do it. Just do it.
we're doing it. We're taking
just veer hard. Just veer into the tangent.
Careen
off the mountain and go there.
I don't have anything to tangent on. Nothing that I can talk about apparently.
Oh, okay. No, don't do that.
No. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, so Steins Gate 0 is like might be the second season, and
yes,
and we're going to do this after this episode. The OAVs came next, and then there's might be a movie.
Yep, and the movie has a very special name.
I mean, is it Skull?
No, it's not. It is Steins Gate, the movie, Load Region of Deja Vu.
Okay, well, that's thing.
It's a name. They definitely got a name. They did it.
So anyway, I had a wee snippet while looking up the movie because it came up, and someone rated this as being terrible. Oh no, the movie's alright.
The movie's
alright, but the second season isn't as good as the first, and it ties.
Oh well,
ties heavily into the Steins Gate 0 game, which we just discovered is what $3.99 if you have PlayStation Plus on the PlayStation Store right now. This very moment.
I could buy it. I could just buy it.
Oh, you could.
I don't know why I'd be buying it though. I'm never gonna play it. Despite it being my kind of game. I will think about that.
Yeah.
However, that being said,
yeah,
the end of last episode had the secret ending. The secret ending.
It did. It had the secret ending where Suzuha phoned Daru, and Daru's like, "You know what now? Here's a crazy lady."
Still funny.
Yeah,
still funny.
That's the best one. And then passes over to like Okabe, and Okabe's like, hold on, what World War III? Meet you on the rooftop? What?
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, just like.
And then the episode ends.
Yeah. And then
on on that note.
Literally end. So yeah.
But that's where we pick up at least.
Yeah, so now they're on the rooftop talking
Yep.
about World War Three.
So interestingly, this is this is the bit where she's like, so here's what we got to do. We're gonna go back in time. Kurisu being murdered is like a thing that's important to World War Three. Hey, maybe we should. I'd like you to come back and help me.
Yeah.
Fix this.
Well, she basically asked like, "All right, you're in for this, right?" And he was like, "No, I've had enough.
Yep.
I ain't doing any of that shit anymore. It's
He's super not down for it
not
immediately.
not down for it. Not because I sacrificed Kurisu to have Mayuri, and
Yep.
I'm not had enough watching Mayuri die over and over again. I ain't doing it. Nope. Hard nope. And then she's like, "Well, what did I tell you? Like, it's to save Kurisu." It's like, "Oh, that piqued my interest."
So still, maybe no.
Mm. And then does he get a bit more feedback because he gets like a text message to look at the news?
I think so. This is the bit about the doctor that he interrupted being interviewed about defecting
at the start
to Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still like, nah, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not your guy for this.
And
this is where we get to the best bit of the entire last 2 episodes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, is it the metal Oompa?
Well, that's pretty good. We're
like,
leading up to.
Look, it's my Oompa. It's got my name on it.
Yeah, it's written right there.
Why?
Like, oh no!
Why did they even zoom into that all day?
Essentially, I think what they're implying there is that the metal Oompa, in some shape or fashion, saved that scientist and his work during his defection to Russia.
Yeah, I believe something went on fire.
Yes, or some sort of electrical incident. I don't know.
And
either way, the fact that it was made of metal was important.
Set off the metal detectors.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so you got hoisted away.
Okay.
Which is something we'll talk about next episode.
Yeah.
So,
but this is the best bit. It's the best bit.
Okay. Go on.
He's like super, no, fuck this, I don't want to do this. And then, out of nowhere, bam! Smack across the face.
Oh, yeah. That was Mayuri, yeah.
Yeah. Mayuri's weird pent-up aggression for 20-odd episodes. She's just like, for fuck's sake, get your shit together.
Yeah. See, Mayuri can hit him. And you know it's not. She was like threatened to hit him like in some other episodes, but she never did. I think. And then this time she did. I swear.
It's just the bit I don't get about it is it's like, well, you never quit before. It's like, yeah, but you've just seen how tortured he is. You better get back and be more tortured, Mister.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's not
like I get it, but also. Let him fucking make his own choice. He's suffered enough.
Well, yeah, well, you know, he's suffering because he's letting, like, he's not going to save her. He's been defeated.
I guess technically, though, anyone could have done that, though, right? Anyone could have fixed it.
Oh well, at the moment, yeah, but once we dig deeper into this episodes, you'll find out the reasons.
It's a doozy. So, of course, they do get the old time machine going. And there's a comment about, it's like, so wait, you have 2 seats in this thing? It's like, I think you know who the inventor is. Of course there's a back seat. Yeah. It's just like this pretty cheeky comment.
Yeah.
That I quite enjoyed.
And I think she stares at Daru.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like...
Gives him pretty kind of...
Good at that point, and then he kind of looks behind him because he's like, "Is someone behind me?"
Because I didn't make that thing. Yeah. Not yet, Daru.
Oh,
not yet.
Oh, did one of those annoying things. I was walking along the road back to the office today at lunchtime, and this guy goes, "Hi!" And literally there's a postie behind me. I was like,
Oh.
"Hey, I don't really know you." And then it's like the other guy was, "Oh, hey, dude." I was like, "Oh, all right." He's literally like, I didn't even hear him. He was like, you know, postie walking like 10 times faster than anyone else because he's got to deliver all those
Oh Jesus.
letters, and I didn't even realize that he
Inches behind you.
he was inches behind me. I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll be that guy then."
Amazing.
And then he said, "All right, mate," and I was like, "Aye, all right." At
Yeah.
least he acknowledged
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Could have been much worse.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they get on in the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror's like, just make sure you come back safe and sound.
Yep.
They get there. Of course, the mission being don't bump into your past self because that could be super bad.
Paradox.
Don't do that. Yep, we don't want that. So, what they're trying to do, of course, is to stop Kurisu from being stabbed or murdered in one. I'm pretty sure we know she's stabbed.
Oh,
Some sort of thing is.
they don't know what happened to her. Actually, no. Yes. Darius seems to make the comment, "Oh, that's the girl that had been stabbed," because they don't remember her at all.
Yeah, I think it'd been in the news anyway, right? That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So.
And then,
Um.
but they don't know who did it or what
Nope.
happened. Told you it was a murder mystery, man.
Yeah. So, of course, Okabe bumps into Kurisu on the stairwell and kind of just goes, and then like knocks some stuff out of her hand, and then she's like, "Well, don't help me pick this up, then I guess."
Yeah.
And then he's just like, "I have to go back to my home planet now, bye," and runs up the stairs.
It says, "I got to save you," and then this is and then he kind of follows her around
Yeah,
like a weird stalker.
yeah,
Uh,
but with heart.
isn't that all?
No, it's not.
Stalkers?
Stalkers do not have the best interests of the person they're stalking at heart.
I mean, it must start at
I mean,
that
maybe I don't
level.
know. Gets super confusing. I think we can safely say though that he is following her for what is legitimate reason.
Yeah.
And he eventually manages to hide away in the room where it happens, and sees Kurisu coming into the room with papers in hand, the ones that he'd knocked out of her hand.
Yeah.
And then she starts to have a conversation with the guy that's walking up to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's turns
What's
out
going on here?
to be her dad. It's like, "Dad, we can do
Yeah.
this. Let's make amends," type thing. Because we learned that she didn't get on with her dad at all way back,
Dr. Nakabachi.
and it turns out to be this dude. I was like, "What? Is that the guy?"
And on top of that, it turns out to be the guy that that Okabe lambasted at the start of the show.
Yeah. Well, he's like, and then he's like complete dick. He's like, "You go home. I'll be publishing these papers." Blah ha 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 ha.
He is a total dick.
He is.
He's like, yeah, I think no, you should never be better than me. I'm better than you. Nobody. But remember when those people laughed at you? They shouldn't have done that. It's like nobody laughed at me.
Yeah.
Just give me the damn papers and go home.
Yeah.
So she's very upset about this, of course. And then I can't remember if he starts getting a bit physical. He starts choking her.
He slams her against the wall with his arm.
Yeah.
And then that's when Okabe goes like, "Enough of this shit. Gonna have to like step in here." And then he's like, "It's like, oh, I recognize you. You're my heckler from before. You're both in it together because he got dragged out the room by her when he was heckling."
Yeah.
In the first episode. And then so he's like, "All right, both in together. All right, oh, you have this like knife on me now." Just whacks out a knife and then charges at Okabe as he's like a deer stuck in headlights.
Yep.
And then,
But he manages to get the knife away from him.
he learns some martial arts somehow, somewhere. Stand fast and...
Yep. Knocks the knife out of his hands. And then, of course, Kurisu is still sort of in danger, as it were. So Okabe's like, I have the knife now.
Yeah, well, the doctor finds a screwdriver handily at his hands.
That's right.
Well, and then, like, I think Chris is like, knock it off, you guys, you fucking weirdos, type thing. And then
one person she doesn't know from Adam, and the other person's her psychotic father. So it's a bit weird.
And then he then starts on her again, and he has her like against the wall, with a knife, with his screwdriver.
Yeah.
And then Okabe like, he kind of does the old charge with the knife at waist kind of run.
Yep.
And the doctor kind of moves out of the way, and he stabs Kurisu. And she's like, I didn't want to die this way. I'm not ready to die. With, the old...
Oh my god.
Death
I cannot believe that he's the one who stabbed her this whole time.
Can't believe that. I actually thought it was the doctor. I forgot it was him.
I would have believed it was him. However, I thought in some sort of cruel twist of fate that it was going to be him and he had to do it on purpose.
Who? The Okabe?
Okabe. Yeah.
From when? When did you were thinking that?
The episode before. Like, literally, my whole theory got thrown out the window when Suzuha's like, oh, but we can save her. And I was like, oh, that's not what I thought. I thought that her dying was the way that we could make sure this happened, and because we changed something in certain ways, maybe it hadn't happened the way it was supposed to have happened. It's like, oh, so you got to make sure she dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's all about saving people and getting onto the Steins Gate world line,
which presumably, is just another world line, it would seem. Of course, at this point, Nakabachi then escapes, and this is how he ends up going to Russia with that theory, which then inadvertently starts the arms race for time travel with multiple countries.
Yeah.
Eventually leading to World War III.
And it's his scream that you hear at the start.
That's right. Shit.
And then SZA picks him up and they come back.
Oh no, wait, shit.
What?
We fucked this up.
How?
I fucked this up.
How?
Miuri doesn't slap him the first time, she slaps him the second time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Because he was like all up for it, and then he's a bit more traumatized because he's the one that killed her. So, you got to give him a good slap to wake him up. Yeah.
So, of course, they get back. Miuri slaps the shit out of him and is like, don't you fucking give up now. I swear to God.
Well, that's after like some other events unfold, which is, I think, Suzuha goes, you remember you had like that encrypted video in your inbox?
Yeah.
You can now open it up and see the true message.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it's him. I think she also explains that she set him up to kill Kurisu.
So that he sees the video after he gets slapped because he's super excited after that because of the mission name.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I don't think
he's dead into. He's definitely into that.
His older self still in his cloak and dagger motif.
Oh yeah, he's a total fucking loon as always.
Yeah.
I think like essentially the whole point of it was that they knew the first attempt was going to fail because they needed to figure out how it played out because they didn't know.
Yeah,
like they didn't. I don't think Suzuha thought they could stop it the first time. Which is why there is enough juice in the time machine for yet another trip.
Yeah.
And then we get the Mayuri shall we say motivational speech.
You can do this.
Yep, you can do it. Slap. And yeah, then he ends up watching the encrypted video that's him all kind of talking like a madman again, and referring to himself under his evil genius name as well, his evil professor, evil scientist, mad scientist name.
Yeah. Aye. So he's like, it's me, blah blah, and then Miri makes, oh, you look kind of suave. Your older self.
Yeah, this this is again pretty good because he's like, and he goes, of course we're gonna do this again, and the best way to do this is we need. He's like explaining it to Okabe, who seems to be the only one who's really engaging with the plan,
Yeah.
as it were, because he's the only one that really understands. He's like, what we need to do is make it happen like it didn't happen, okay? And he's like, of course. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I think. But they don't go back this time either.
No, this that like we're pretty much almost at the end of this episode, because um the end of the episode is Okabe going like, haha, what a fitting name for an amazing plan we have. And he's like doing his scientist madness.
Yeah. And then Suzuha was like, I don't know if I should be excited or terrified. And Daru
And
just
Daru's
says,
terrified.
Terrified. Yeah, terrified.
Always be terrified. But yeah, essentially, I think, as we'll find out, but yeah, the plan is to make it appear like that is what's happened, even though it has not actually happened like that.
Yeah.
Enough to fool his past self into believing that that had happened.
Yes. That's true.
Which I think, because I think they're about to go back at the end of this one, right? Or is that the start of the next one? Might be the start of the next one.
I think it's starting the next one. Essentially, they do the one trip, and he's running around a lot to like hide himself and go up. I did this. Oh, there's myself again. I'll need to go up these other stairs and walk his way around the building that he knows. And then sees her looking at the thing and hears himself going, "You fraud! You! This is John Teeter's work." Type thing.
Yeah.
And then she goes in the room and then goes into the room where she dies. And then there's talk about the plan. Goes back. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's where we're at.
I haven't said what the name of the plan is yet.
Here we are. Skull.
We talked about that was the pre-show. We didn't talk about it, did we? I thought we talked about that in the pre-show.
The pre-show, maybe. Maybe.
It's Operation Skull.
Operation Skull.
A fitting name.
Apparently.
Yeah.
No more fitting than anything else he says.
No. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I can never remember his scientist name. Hoin Kyoma. That's it.
Yeah. the pseudonym.
Yeah.
What's Oh no, that's not. This is the end of the next episode. Or Miyu did something.
Yeah. There is also because they basically, these episodes are literally like back to back. It's not like a change of scene or a review of anything like that. It's literally jumping straight into the next bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, how did you like that one then?
I don't know. Certainly, it's making up some stuff to fit in the reason and how to save Kurisu or Kurisa or Christina. I don't know. I'm going to go with an 8. I think it's going down.
I think I'll give it a 9 purely for the revelation.
What, that he's going to save her?
No, that he killed her.
Oh, he killed her.
The grand irony is the person. It's very much The Simpsons of how ironic, caught by the very man who was trying to catch. It's like, yeah, murdered by the very person who was trying to save them. How ironic.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was that episode.
Episode 24.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Episode
Hit
24.
me with it, Colin.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Hit me with the rhythm stick.
Hit me. I don't even want to go into the chorus. The prologue begins with the end.
What?
The prologue begins with the end.
Are you fucking kidding me? We've gone all this time in synchronization and now it changes.
What is it then?
This one's just called Achievement Point, Colin.
No.
It is. It's just called Achievement Point.
It was never called. It's not even called the achievement point on the DVD.
It's called Achievement Point on Wikipedia.
That's because they're like, "Ha, you made it through, and now you're getting to the end." Achievement achieved.
Holy fuck.
On the DVD, it's prologue.
They let us figure our way through this, thinking we were in synchronization for the last 10 episodes, and then bam! Last one, they change it up.
I'm telling you, it's not called achievement achieved.
It's Achievement Point, that's what it's called. It says here.
No. It's not even on the DVD, it's called that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Someone's edited that, and it hasn't been verified properly.
You tell us how this episode starts. I'm going to do my due diligence.
It starts with, how does it start? Is it he raiding the lab for some random stuff?
They're about to go back.
Yeah, but he has to go and pick some stuff up. So he goes to the lab.
Yes. Yeah, he goes into the lab, and people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we're needing this. Oh, this
What
is...
are you doing?
Oh, I found it. And it's the light stick. The same thing that Miura uses in some other episodes to light her way, because it's pretty cool a night light or something.
Yep.
Anyway, it's apparently got fake blood in it. But no.
Yes, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Just to point out, IMDb also lists the episode as being called Achievement Point.
Fallacy.
The first episode, according to IMDb and to Wikipedia, is called Turning Point.
Prologue of the beginning and end is the first episode. And the prologue begins with the end. It's the last episode. On Netflix.
Do you know the IMDb scores for episodes jump up at the season break at the halfway point?
Yeah, where it changes.
Yep. Where it becomes a different show.
Yeah. That's not surprising. That's
no
how it works.
So yeah, they get into the time machine again, knowing that this is their last chance, essentially.
Yeah.
Although they're about to get in, and Daru's like, "Oh, Suzuha, who's your mother?"
Yeah, if I'm your dad, who's your old man? Like you keep telling me, it's like, who's your dad? Mother, and she's like, "Oh, that'll be fun finding out." Wink. And then it kind of like takes a hard cut to like Mayuri.
Like, okay, so I thought the exact same thing. I was like, no, that doesn't seem right. Even Mayuri thinks that Daru's a pervert.
She's young at that time. So maybe she grows into it. Maybe he grows out his ways.
Maybe he becomes less of a pervert.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
we should have probably mentioned the ranting in the video where he goes, note that the version of the time machine that's here has is something something C, and you know what that entire meaning is, and then it's like nothing, nothing at all. That's right, nothing at all,
Ned Flanders style.
nothing at all.
Oh no.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah,
nothing at
I
all.
forgot about that bit.
Uh,
So yeah, this is where I think Suzuha then kind of has the little bit of a discussion at the start where he's like, oh, but you know, if you go back again, how will you get back? He
hmm.
says, oh no, I was never going back.
Yeah, because what will happen is you'll write things and nothing will happen,
Yeah,
type
is
thing.
that? But if we don't, she's like, well, I'm stuck. So
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's fine. Don't worry, you're with me. Nothing's ever boring with me. So,
yeah.
okay.
Also, I'll probably be dead by the time World War III happens now. So oh god. So yeah, they they head
Resistance
back.
still.
Yeah, well that's true. They head back to the same day of Kurisu's death,
Mm-hmm.
and this time slight alterations to the plan because, of course, the metal upa uh, was, of course, vital to the plan, the information, the plans for time machines being leaked to different nations and to Russia.
Does this
Uh,
this feel like it's a very kind of like point and click game? Like you pick
I
up
mean,
some like Monkey Island, you pick up like the rubber chicken with the girdle, the
the
pulley in it,
the pulley,
and it's like
pulley with the rubber chicken.
that's that's like a weird object to have, but like you need it. It's like
That's like, yeah, I
that,
guess it's like Discworld 2 as well. It's
yeah,
like, oh yeah, use the magnets to take the boots off the imp.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
And then to pretend you're dead, shove the ice up your bottom. Use this mannequin's arm so that you don't have a pulse, and use a candle to heat up this mirror so that when he holds it in front of your face, you don't see any steam on it or fog on it.
yeah,
He thinks you're dead. He puts you in the cart and drags you off.
yeah, and it's just like this Metal Oompa bit just kind of makes it feel like a random point and click game now. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
this Metal
yeah,
Oompa is like the key. You need to not like pick that up so they can't pick it up and he can't have it.
yep. So of course that is the plan. Is he immediately goes to the UPA purchasing vending machine type things and puts in his money, gets the metal UPA as before, and then hides out the way as past Okabe and past Miuri have the argument about. He's like, "Oh, I'm so broke. I could use with like getting a rare UPA so I have more money."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I'm not giving you money to buy this crap."
Yeah,
And then of course he does anyway.
yeah,
And then it's just like, "Ah, oh, it's green." And he's like, "Is this one rare?" No, but it's still awesome. You're like, "Oh, okay, thank God."
yeah.
That one's hopefully not made of metal,
Oh, it's plastic. Yeah, green
which
plastic one.
it it is indeed green plastic. So phase one of the plan has gone perfectly well.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I think this is the next bit is where he has to then, for some reason, again meet Kurisu on the stairwell, talk awkwardly.
Uh, See, this is what I don't get. Right? Is is there like three of them in the past now running around this building? Because I thought
So
the person talking awkwardly to him was the time that he went back in time the first time in the last episode. Because
well,
it works out the same kind of exact,
yeah,
and then he goes, "I'm here to save you," type thing, and then
I can't. It can't be. It does fall down a little bit logically though.
yeah, and then I'm confused later, uh, in a later bit. But yeah, so he does the same thing with Kurisu, knocks the paper out, absolutely awkward around there, and goes, "I'm here to save you," and then kind of like runs away. Yeah.
Kind of up the stairs, Kermit the Frog. I think, actually, I think that's why I preferred the phone wave, because logically, I think that makes more sense, because you're not sending a physical self back.
Yeah.
You're sending information to a past self.
Yeah.
So like that kind of gets out the way of the paradox concept of there being multiples of the same one.
Yes. Yeah. That.
But now, of course, we step very heavily into there being others.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if it were that way, then there would have been 3 of them involved.
Yeah, that's it. So that's where I get. This is where I get confused in what's actually happened in this one.
Yeah.
So next thing is he finds out that Kurisu picks up the Upa. Cause
Oh, that's right. It was her fault. No.
yeah,
It's her fault this whole time.
Kurisu's picked up the Upa. Ah. It seems to. I shouldn't, because you know that Lupa ends up in like the professor's hand.
Yeah.
But we don't know how he got there.
And now we do.
And now they're just filling out the blanks because they can in this episode. So you know what, we can do that. And then I think he just lies and waits in the room at this point, really.
Yeah, he does. He's got his taser ready to
knock her out.
Knock Kurisu out, and he's got his future gadget lab thing
with the
fake blood in it,
which is dried up.
Oh yeah. Then it turns out, hey, maybe you should have checked that.
Yeah.
Before you left, man.
You idiot! You can't leave some liquid in like a tube without thinking it'll like not dry up. How can you be so stupid?
The thing is, though, is that he totally has a go at himself for that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, that's not what you should be angry at yourself for. You should be angry at yourself for not checking.
Well, he is angry at himself.
What if it just wasn't there? What if it just wasn't in it?
He is angry for not checking.
No, he's not. He's angry for putting something in a tube for a long time and it being dry. He's not angry that he didn't check.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. They're two different things.
It's the same thing.
No, if he was angry about not checking, he would have led with that. Should have checked it. Oh, you fool!
It's not, not in his mindset. He's angry that he didn't check it, but complains that it's because it's dry.
Ah, he's such an arse.
Lovable arse.
Yeah, but still. But yes, of course, he's now seeing what was happening before. She's getting pushed around. The conversation's getting heated, and he's going to need to start taking action soon.
Yeah. So this is the bit it confuses me.
Okay.
Because obviously his past self, his other past self, is there. The second one.
What are they though?
Apparently not.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think it's a confusion. I think it just doesn't talk about that.
Just don't get how that works, because he's not rewritten. They haven't rewritten that part of it.
Nope.
Because he's gone.
No, because that's exactly as it happened.
He's gone back to the third time. Yeah.
Yep.
So like, there should be a third one in that world.
Yep.
But
because if they had done it by sending back information 3 weeks into the past, of course that's too far into the past. Wait, can they do that though?
They can do it with maybe the phone.
They can't though, right? Because they can't send it back any further than before it was invented, right?
No. I think they sent a text message back to like before Ricky was born.
It was a pager, but yeah, I suppose you're right.
It's still the same information. They couldn't send it back before because really further because of the texting wasn't a thing, really. But
they couldn't send their minds further back because overwriting the memory like that with more info, like it's like it would be like a bit of a merge conflict, like if you're trying to merge in code.
Yeah, it's too old. But at the same point, none of it really matters because they dismantled all that. They got rid of
They
it.
what?
They got rid of it at the end of
Oh,
the
yeah, they did.
in our last podcast episode, which is on air right now on all available kind of podcasting places.
Available everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, okay. But I think they are just ignoring that when they maybe shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because realistically,
unless when you show them the taser, right? It's like, I got this taser, tased, and this tased his other self.
But
and this didn't show that.
It's really annoying me now. You're totally right. Like there should be a third one, and there should also be another Suzuha.
Well, the Suzuha thing I can understand, in the sense that
no, but there should be a third Suzuha.
Well, there might be a third Suzuha.
No, or a second Suzuha.
Well,
either way, like because they're doing the same things as they were before, so they'd be overlapping each other. Okay, that is a legitimate Google search.
Well, at the same time, right? Do they just kill him? Well, they can't kill him.
No, they can't.
But they're putting the time machine in the exact same location. But they're not. It's not like she's went back in time.
I don't know.
And then see, this is the problem with time traveling things. They have some weird fuck up they don't think properly through sometimes. So this was good up to this point, and then it's like, oh, we fucked up the time travel because they're not moving people in and out.
No.
So is there like two time travel machines side by side on on the roof?
Oh my god!
Because if it's within the same location, what happens to the one that was there? We're just in we're in depth.
My head is breaking at this.
So what's it saying on the Googles?
No, I'm that no one is making any sense here.
Who, me or? Because that's not normal. That's
no, the forum. The forum. You're making perfect sense.
The forum is defending it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
He has an epiphany.
Okay.
He's staring up to the ceiling like he sees the light.
What if they went back, but to a slightly... No, that doesn't make any sense either.
Different world line.
Yeah, like a minorly different world line.
I mean, I suppose technically that...
Because that would make sense though, right? Because then you could have two very concurrent world lines that are very, very similar.
Yeah.
And in one of them, they've gone back and fucked up.
Yeah.
But wait, in the other one... They would have had to have gone back and fucked up. No, that doesn't work either. Either way, in order for her to die in the first place, they have to go back and fuck up the first time. Or do they? No, they don't.
No, because
no, they do. Because
she's not dying.
In order for her to die, she has to fuck up. He has to fuck up.
Yeah, but then maybe he does that, and then it kind of does sit on a different world line. Mate,
If
and
it does that, they were already on the different world line.
I mean, it wasn't him that killed him. It was the father that killed him the first time.
In that different in the second instance.
And then he kills her, and then that jumps the world line.
Oh, okay, because I mean, technically, I guess that does make sense because we only know that she dies because of him because he goes back to try to stop her from dying.
Yeah, and he had to do
But
that.
if he's not there to stop her from dying, does she die anyway?
Yeah, because he had to. He was his future self basically made him go back to do that, and then the video on his phone unlocks because he gets that video call when things happen.
Because he's made the mistake.
Yeah, which must mean he moved on to another world line.
So it is that then.
It's the only way to make any fucking sense of that.
Well, it has. I mean, they've been relatively careful about this stuff otherwise, right?
Yeah, this is the weird because normally you'd have like the number thing, the deviation.
Yeah, yeah, we haven't. That's right. In this one, we don't actually see the deviation that we're going back. We don't see the alteration. So
and you don't even see the alteration
because we assume that when they go back to the future, maybe they're not. Maybe they aren't returning to the right place. I don't know.
Possibly. So anyway, we're in the room.
Yeah. Sorry. And his blood's dry. The blood's dry, man.
It's got dry blood.
Yeah. Kurisu's about to die.
Yeah.
Horribly, and he's like, think of something. He's like, aha, the answer. It was in front of me this whole time, and holds up his hand, and I'm like, oh, he's just gonna cut himself.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because like the knife, he knows that he can get the knife off the guy, and he knows that he can likely turn the tide a little bit. He has a taser, of course.
Yeah.
So it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So he goes out, and he's like, haha, you, and he's like, oh, it's you.
Yeah. Oh, you
that asshole again.
You made me shit my pants at my big moment.
No, he said that's what it is. He goes, both of you were trying to make me shit the bed during it, and it's like, oh, why do you keep saying that?
Well played, sirs. You did. I did do that. And then he just like taunts him. Goes,
yeah,
come on, man, come on, do it, do it, do it, come on.
But he does his whole. And like throws his lab coat around, and he's like, because you are messing with Hoyin Kyoma.
Yeah.
And he's like, this guy is not right in the head. Yeah. And he's like, but you're pathetic, you don't know anything, you're an idiot. And he starts like kind of, as you say, goading him, and he's like, come on, do it, stab me, do it.
Yeah. And he does it.
And he does.
Right in the
and stabs him.
Left kidney. Right kidney. Probably not in the kidney at all. Kidney's at the back.
No, not in the kidney, because it's his front.
Liver?
I don't know. I did biology, not human biology, so.
It's down there.
I know
it wasn't
your kidneys are down at your back, underneath your ribs, the back of your ribs, I think.
Yeah, he got stabbed down next to his stomach.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the gut, basically.
Proper, yeah. I mean, that's like, I believe that's like the worst place to get stabbed, really.
It's not good.
And says that,
and then of course
you got all the stomach acid coming out.
Well, there's that, and you could perforate the bowel, and
that's
not good either. You could end up with septicemia.
I mean, I suppose you get some random disease getting stabbed. There's a lot more.
Septicemia is blood poisoning. So like, you die fast if you don't treat it.
Yeah. Anyway, so he does that, and then the guy goes, "You made me do that," and then kind of like runs off, grabbing the thesis again. So he runs away.
But most importantly, doesn't have the Metalupa.
Doesn't have the Metalupa, no. So he has that and runs away, and Chris is like, "Oh my god, you just saved me!" Slash, you just got stabbed, dude. I'll phone an ambulance.
He's
And then he's like,
kneeling like,
eh,
fuck.
yeah, he's like, oh wait, hang on, I can't. I told you I can't to save you. Tase.
Shazam!
Yeah, and then she just crumples to the floor, like instantaneously getting knocked out.
I am disappointed by how little impact that taser had. It just kind of went, ah.
Yeah,
She sort of fell over. It was like, no, I wanted like a.
yeah. I mean, like, no, that'd just be like a sharp prick in the side, sure, with the taser. I don't know.
Well, if it hit you hard enough, you'd be unconscious. I would have thought, though, if you were to hit you with a taser hard enough, to knock you out, I would imagine you would have to be hit in the head.
Yeah, or somewhere close. Anyway, she just kind of falls over.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, now I know what I need to do. I need to stab my." He's removed the knife, and instead of like,
he has, which is like the thing they advise you not to do.
yeah, but he needs to do that because he's going to do something even more idiotic. And
yeah, he is.
I don't know. I can make it sound really disgusting, but he literally just like stabs his hand into his wound and bleeds all over.
Yeah, he sort of, yeah.
I was going to.
Yeah, he punches his wound.
Is it a punch?
Inside his wound?
I thought he literally got.
No,
his fingers...
he kind of yeah.
He stabs it with his fingers.
He sort of sort of does the fist of the North Star.
the five stars. The south 5 stars in the south of them. Anyway, yeah.
And then he screams in agony, of course, because he's just
just opened up a big
fucking torn his wound even worse.
Yeah. Blood jizz. That's what I was going with.
What?
Blood jizz.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't know. Anyway, and then he gets dragged away.
Well, on the plus side, he's able to bleed everywhere. Fantastic.
Yeah. She looks...
And but Suzuha's like, oh man, the fuck have you done?
Yeah.
she's really angry at him.
That's like the most stupid thing you've done. It's like, no, but we can't leave just yet. I need to make sure it works. Yeah. So they hide somewhere.
Like, we're not waiting. You will die. And he's like, no, we have to make sure.
Yeah. And they do.
And then, of course, they do.
And they watch him. And he's like, yep. And it seems to set things in motion. And then they jump up to the time machine. And says, that's like the stupidest thing ever to do, dude. You need to go to hospital as soon as you get there. And she also says, this is my farewell.
Yep. She's because of course with the success means that she never ever needed to come back, so the world line is going to revert to her never having been there in the first place.
Yeah. And she says, I'll see you in 7 years.
But that raises another question, Colin.
Uh-huh.
If she never went back, then
what?
Neither did Okabe.
Well, they're in the
rationale
machine.
For this.
They're in the time machine, they're travelling.
They are.
And does he not?
But
No. No, next thing you see is for the flash of the lights of the time machine, because there's like these floaty things when they travel through time.
Yeah,
which they comment on, but
in the first episode,
for no reason.
But if she never goes back, then neither of them go back to cause what happened. If she never comes back into the past, Suzuha and Okabe never go back further to the past to cause what made her not come back?
Yeah, they jumped world lines this time.
Okay.
They must jump a world line this time, because if she's never needing to come back, then they must be set on the penultimate or the alternate world line, because that's Steins Gate world.
So
They reach Steins
right.
Gate, because that's what they say to
So I
call it.
suppose in theory then, yeah, in theory what we're then talking about is the fact that when you go into the past, you're never traveling along a line. Or when you make a change and you return from it, you're never returning to the line you started on.
Yes.
So I suppose what we're saying is to avoid paradoxes.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember that right at the start.
Are we? Oh my god! Is all we're doing here pushing consciousness? Is that all this is?
Pushing consciousness.
Is that all this is?
The whole anime
is just people's consciousnesses shifting between different parallel realities.
Sort of, because
that makes sense in a way that I'm shocked I never thought of before.
I mean, that's essentially what was happening through the phone wave and the.
But with the phone wave, he was always directly going back in that world line because he was trying to affect and push it out again, push the future into a different yeah. So it's not.
And then texting.
Oh my god! So it's not actually changing anything. All it's doing is pushing the consciousness he experiences into a world line where things are the way he wants them to be because he's made the change. So it's not actually changing the future. All it's doing is pushing his consciousness across world lines.
Oh yeah, that's 100%, because that's kind of what has been happening before. When he.
But that means that But that means that there's no, because
that's what happens. He obviously shifts and everyone remembers, and no one else remembers. He's in a different world line and talks about it for like the entire anime. Like, these are the world lines.
No, I'm down with that, but it's the idea that
he's just moving consciousness through it. Well, he kind of doing that too.
Yeah, it's the idea. It's the idea that we assume in time travel, particularly when it's physical, not like sending back consciousness. That what we are doing, or just in general, is impacting our direct future. Right. But actually, that's not what we're doing.
Sorry, it's kind of
it's kind of lost in an audio medium.
Yeah.
That'll just be a secret for when you eventually watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the theory here is that every potential variance in reality exists.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is not moving our physical selves.
No, he's not. No.
To a new, no. It's not even that. We're not making change direct. We are we're pushing consciousness. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's essentially he's created the branch that exists. Well, not created the branch, but
he's moved it. All he's doing is nudging it.
Yeah, he knows that there's that branch, and that. But I think everyone in the time machine.
That makes a huge difference.
I mean, I think it's possible in the time machine that no one is affected because Suzuha seems to remember everything when he's doing it.
But that's the thing is because they do allude to that a little bit, that everyone has a bit of a reading Steiner.
Yeah.
It's not just him. Like, he obviously has a greater degree of it for whatever reason that is, and it might be because he's the one that's causing the jumps.
Yeah, because at the start of this episode, while they're in the lab, Mayuri goes, "Oh, this Kurisu person, did she used to sit in this chair?" and like give us
That's
lectures
right.
and stuff. It's like, yeah, and then Suda was like, what? How did she remember that type thing? Oh, it's like because just going with my past experience, everyone has it. I kind of just seem to unlock it or something. Have these memories. Um.
But I think that changes everything for me in my way I think about this.
Oh, and the how.
Because we're not. Well, it's because it's the difference between creating a world line,
Mhm.
like creating a branch,
Yeah.
and the branch already existing. Which doesn't seem like a massive distinction,
All right.
but
So
that's huge.
you're saying that the branch is there already because he's just nudging it slightly, not.
All the everything, every possibility is already there, and all he's doing is making adjustments to his existing world line
Mhm.
that will nudge his consciousness into the world line where the changes that he's made lead directly to that. So all he's doing is creating a bridge between the world lines
Mhm.
by altering what happened.
Uh huh.
Or is he merging the world lines?
Oh,
No.
I won't be mentioned because that would be way fucked up.
Which I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not expect to have this much conversation in this last episode. I
Well,
thought it was very straightforward.
it was straightforward, and then it wasn't because it didn't make sense. But now you're saying
But
that,
that
that it's going like
maybe it
that.
does.
Maybe it does.
Maybe it does make sense then.
I mean,
Because, like I say, is that I think the whole reason we're even having this conversation is because this is the very first time that there has been something that we believe. Because they've noted about paradox. The whole point is that if someone goes back, they need to not interact with their past selves. They need to not do that.
yeah,
But then, of course, they go back again, and all of a sudden,
the people who
they're
went
not.
back were there in the first
Which
place.
means that the world line they go back to, because Kurisu needs to live,
Mm-hmm.
the world line that she comes back in
Mm-hmm.
is one where her father kills her.
Must be the father must kills her in like the first episode. Yeah.
But it can't have, because the scream we hear is Okabe, and we would only have that if he'd been responsible.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the first episode we are seeing that point though. There's nothing to say that that world line can't exist where the dad does that.
Yeah. Maybe it's like last episode, episode 23, is the point where he does go back and kills Kurisu, and that is the same point in episode 1. But then
Yes.
the next time they go back, because he now knows that he's killed Kurisu, it's somehow shifted to a different world line when they go back. So he's not actually there.
Yes. Where they go back to one where he doesn't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Instead, it's the dad that's going to do it, and he's going to go back and actually stop it.
Yeah. Or the dad essentially is still there, and he doesn't end up stabbing Kurisu.
But the thing is, though, is that still have to. No. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I think that about explains the paradoxes. I think
Okay.
so. Suzuha has now disappeared.
Yep.
After thanking Okabe for all of his help.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't exist at this time in the Steins Gate world line.
Yep.
Okabe, of course, then immediately goes to a hospital because he's super dead.
Yeah.
And then we kind of cut to Mayuri turning up at a hospital.
Yeah. And I think he's on the rooftop at this point.
No, she goes to go and see him, and the bed's empty, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, where is he?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. He's left." And then we cut to him being elsewhere,
What?
and then it's like, "Oh, I'll go and see Ruka." Oh, no, he was here. He's not here anymore. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
He's really difficult to find when he wants to be difficult to find.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, it's just, oh, but he did leave this badge for me. Yeah, have
Yep,
any idea where
and
that is all?
it's the badges
Yeah, this is how the badges get made.
we find out.
Yeah, so
Um,
I don't remember being a laugh member. 0056.
yeah. So what? It's Okabe is 1, Daru, Miuri's 2, Daru's 3, Kurisu is 4,
Yep.
Ruka is 5, Moeka is 6,
Yep.
Suzuha is... Oh no, sorry. Ferris is 7,
Yep.
and Suzuha is 8.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
And of course, this is he goes about handing out all the badges
yeah,
to everyone.
and then you find that Mr. Bronze hired Moika as a member of staff.
Yes,
It's like, oh,
which was nice.
yeah,
I'm kind of glad that didn't. I suppose that's the thing is it's very difficult to tell how long that relationship between FB and Moika existed for. So I don't know if like that was something that happened within the 3-week span of the episodes, or yeah, difficult to say.
yeah, it's hard to say, but at the same time, she kind of he bumped into her and was like, ah, yeah, I'll give a helping hand. Because you don't know how Mr. Braun is either, because Susan never went
Nope.
back in time. So like, Susan
Nope.
never like lending the hand with her.
Oh, that's a good point. So his path is completely diverged at this stage.
Yeah. He still doesn't like Okabe, apparently.
No, I mean, but that's a given.
Yeah. Like, good riddance. Can't find him. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
And I think then, yeah, Miuri then runs upstairs to find Okabe, who's not there. Daru's there.
Yeah, but she says, welcome, Bakabe.
Yeah, did you just portmanteau? Welcome back in Okabe. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, too good.
Yeah.
Too good.
And then Daru shows the Okabe. Yeah, he's just left. He'll be back in a moment. And but he's left these 2 badges, and this third one, which says is for someone that will appear in 7 years.
Yep.
And is it? It's Mayuri then? Does she state that? Oh, or does he like hint it was Dario who's going to bring her in to the lab?
I think it's he says that and he goes, it's going to be your fault.
Yeah,
you're going to bring them here.
You're going to bring them here. It's like what? And then he's like getting super excited, thinking who's going to be. Unbeknownst to him, it's going to be like a small child.
Yeah, a baby, if you will.
A baby. Yes.
So yeah, it then sort of cuts to Okabe walking the streets.
Yeah, wondering where Kurisu is.
Of course, because whatever her situation is that the world line has completely changed. She didn't die.
Yeah.
So I think he assumes that she's living it up in America or doing something like that, and then just at the very end we see them cross paths on a crosswalk.
Yes, doing the whole really super fast walking everyone and going, and then it's like frozen as they walk by each other back to back,
like a train station in school days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or the bus.
On the bus, yeah, where everyone is moving at like 90 miles an hour, but there's that brief second where they just get a perfect eye line of them.
Yeah, where they're potentially stationary on another
Yeah.
thing. It's like, yeah, I would, I would be able to do that. No. Anyway, yeah. So then they start talking, kind of like, oh yeah, oh I've been looking for you type thing. Oh, me too. Do you remember things? And then Christina, and she's like, "Don't call me Christina. I'm not your assistant." It's like, what? What's that all about? Who are you?
Perfect.
And then it ends.
Yep.
That's it.
But obviously, she's definitely retained some of her memory from the other world lines.
Yeah, she's comes out with that random remark, and it's like, I don't understand that. What this all about?
Yep.
Aha,
Yeah.
perfect. You're still my assistant. Shut up. Here, have a
Fuck off, Okabe. Have a pin badge.
have this pin badge.
Yeah. Okay. Last episode. How do you rate it?
I don't know. Talking about it is kind of maybe gone higher in my opinion, and
Agreed.
probably 9. Go with a 9 just because it kind of puts things together, but at the same time it doesn't really make sense. So maybe an 8. It is enjoyable.
Yeah.
um,
I think I'd go a 9.
yeah.
I was going to give it an 8, but I think
Your
after
revelation.
having talked about it, the revelation of the fact that nobody's actually going anywhere is just, oh my god. That's
It's like
oh my
it's like when you were a kid and you made a box and you said it's a time machine and you walk into the box and then you come out and you're in another time, and that's not a lie because it'd be like 5 minutes
not.
later or something.
And if you did it on a plane, it would be slightly
More time
further
travel.
in the past.
Yeah, depends which way you go.
Does it?
I mean,
I don't think it does.
if you head towards Australia, you're in the future.
No. I mean that time moves slower the further away you get from the center of the Earth.
Oh yeah, that was also mentioned in our last episode. Is available
Yes.
in all podcasts places. Uh, the relativity.
Yes. So we've done it.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, we're investing. We're putting all of our money on Steins Gate at the moment.
Yeah, full.
Gonna do. This is, we have not done a deep dive quite like this since Haruhi, so I think this is gonna be even more of a deep dive.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know about the second season or Steins
I
Gate
don't know. I
0.
feel like I have to know now.
And
I have to know.
I need to watch it, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know how much it follows on from this one, or if it does that, or it's like completely different story on a completely different world line, like the beta world, because I think they were in the alpha world line or something. Is they're referring to. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I haven't watched anything else, apart from the OAV.
Yep. Well, and on that note, that's the end of the episode.
Mhm.
The end of season 1
Mhm.
of Steins Gate. We'll be back next week to discuss a bit of a quicker episode to discuss the OVA, which is called Egoistic Poriomania, which is a hell of a name.
No, it's not.
Oh fuck.
Egoistic pyromania. No, Poriomania.
Poriomania.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
it is the same thing.
We've switched back. We're good now. So that leads us to say, Who's That Anime is an anime podcast, can be listened to where all good podcasts can be listened to. We are at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. We are on Spotify, Audible, and Stitcher now. Also Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Pocket Cast, Overcast, anywhere an RSS feed can be used. We don't make any money from this show, so if you like what we do, we'd really appreciate you spreading the word,
Mm-hmm.
telling your friends,
Mm-hmm.
getting them to listen. If you, again, like what we do, maybe don't like what we do in some instances, leaving a review would be awesome. 5 stars is always welcome. Anything less with constructive criticism, also welcome. We have a Facebook channel. That's facebook.com/who's that anime. We post the latest episodes in there, occasional anime memes, so on and so forth. We have a Discord that I don't have a short link for. The Discord will be in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin has painstakingly been putting up the video episodes that we do, which is basically the live recordings of these.
Yep.
What episode are we on now, Colin?
Be Your Name, airing the same time as this one.
Sweet.
That
was one of my favorite things we've watched.
Finish it off. Yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it on Blu-ray either.
No? Oh.
No, just DVD, and I'm reluctant to buy DVDs if there's a Blu-ray available these days. So
should be a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I think that.
I'll continue the hunt.
The hunt for Red October.
That's the one. Also, Colin and I like to play video games. I'm now gonna relegate this to it's in the show notes. We play video games live sometimes on Twitch, and there's archives of those shows available on YouTube also.
Oh.
And that is us.
Yeah, Couch Chill.
Yep, Couch Chill on Twitch.
Yep,
check it out.
And Hail Payman.
Yep, also Twitch.
Yep.
So we'll be back next week to talk about the OVA, Egoistic Polyomania, and then maybe the week after that we'll be back to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
And maybe the week after that we'll be back to talk about Steins Gate Zero.
Or maybe we'll go back in time, or not go back in time, as it turns out to be, and just change consciousness in our world line where we're not talking about this. Because maybe we
and never have.
Yeah, and maybe it'll be like World War III happening. I mean, it's kind of close. So I got a question, right? I was watching the whole E3 thing, and one of the shows was showing like trailers of Stalker 2.
I haven't watched that bit yet.
No, it wasn't really a bit. It was just like
It was the thing last night, right?
Oh, was it? No, maybe. No, I wasn't watching that. It was more. It was just trailers, like intro feed for when the live show started, and they were showing Stalker 2, which is set in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that bad taste?
Well, I think it's also made in
Ukraine.
Ukraine, right?
At least it's certainly. I think the original was made in some ex-Russian state, I believe. Whether it's still being made in Ukraine, I would probably say no.
It's being developed in Ukraine.
Still?
It's being developed by a Ukrainian company, and there's actually there's a couple of articles out right now of the devs talking about like how it's been to develop the game during the Russian invasion. So
cool. So it is still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's they really want to release that game. I mean, but it's been delayed until next year. I think quite understandably. So
yeah, it makes sense. Also, the other thing about it is they kind of. Yeah, they've been probably wanting to make that game for a while because of they kind of did the first Stalker, and that was kind of like it was kind of cool, but it was a hell of a buggy game, I believe, at the start.
I never played it, but the trailer for 2 looked pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I was just saying, should we talk about have that like war tone ravaged like Ukraine game coming out? Well, Ukraine is.
I think it may be slightly different if it's people who don't know what that life is like, and these people are living it. So I don't know. Like, I don't think it's in poor taste if that's something they're striving to release. And
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I'll be looking forward to play it when it's ready.
Yeah, it should be good. It's a good game. I mean, at the same time, it's not really war-striven Ukraine. It's more in Chernobyl. area.
Well, Chernobyl's in Ukraine.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's more like fighting the radioactive beasts and being in the Chernobyl area.
Different kind of threat, shall we say?
Yeah.
Well,
currently.
Than current.
Yeah. I understand. I don't know about the rest of the storyline. Maybe there's something in it. Anyway, let's end that with the ramblings.
Yep. We'll be back next week.
Yep. Same any place, same every time.
That's the one.
Right. See you later, guys.
Peace out, folks. Bye.
Bye.